Welcome to Orphan Espresso Coffee Lab. I'm Doug, and...
Hello.
Hello,
I'm
that's
Barb.
That's Barb behind the camera. And today we're going to be talking about pour-over or dripper coffee. Now, as you know, Espresso is our middle name. Well, it would be our last name. No, it's our middle name because .com is our last name. So Espresso is our middle name. So why are we talking about dripper coffee? Well, espresso drinkers, yes, we could drink espresso all day long.
And we do.
Yes, indeed we do. But single origins, lots of roasters, really working hard for us, coming up with some beautiful coffees for us to enjoy. Yeah, this was a good one. You remember that one? This Maui, that was tremendous on our trip. Worked really great in the pot. That was good. But single origins. How to enjoy single origins? Well, yes, you can blend them into espresso, or you can do any number of extraction methods: French press, vac pot. Pour over coffee is but one, and this is a system. Now, what dripper coffee, or pour over coffee, or single serve coffee? It doesn't really have its own name quite yet. It seems it revolves around generally a small dripper cone, such as this one, a specifically designed kettle. And people say, do I need the fancy kettle? The answer is, in a sense, yes. The secret to this kettle design, this is a Kalita kettle from Japan, the secret is this long, thin spout that gives you a very good control over the pour. Now, espresso has a lot of factors that you've had to spend a lot of time learning. It uses a lot of the same factors, but if you drink espresso, you already know these things. Grind, temperature, extraction rates, all of these things come into play with dripper coffee. You already know it. You need a grinder, generally a burr grinder, just not a whirly blade. I think most people realize that a burr grinder is an important essential in a coffee system. This particular one is a Barazza Virtuoso, is the one we're using to demonstrate here. You don't need a high-tech grinder, but you need a fairly consistent grind to do this. Nothing overboard. Now, what's this? This is our oneDRIP, the OE oneDRIP dripper station, single dripper station. This, yes, you can use dripper coffee into cups, into mugs, any of these other vessels that you're going to use. But for us, the downside to that is the fiddle factor, is that we end up, you come in here, and let's say you're going to work directly into your cup. Now, you want to be able to control the dose and the volume of the extraction. It's very difficult to see. Sometimes your cup overflows. Then you have to transfer this to another cup, and on it goes. You can only make one cup at a time. Then you scrounge around and you try to find a carafe, and it's just fiddly. And there's two things that we don't like: fiddling and making big messes. And this we designed to eliminate the fiddle factor, and also to eliminate a lot of the mess that can go on with coffee preparation. Now, I've got my system somewhat set up here. I've had the kettle on the boil. Casey Climbs taught us dripper coffee. He's from PT's Coffee in Topeka. He's kind of all over the place. Casey's quite a nice guy. And he told us 2.2 grams per fluid ounce of liquid coffee. So, I've got two 6-ounce cups here. So that's 12 ounces of coffee. That's 2.2 times 12. 2.2 times 12 is going to be 24, 25 and a half or so. 7-gram scoop. There's 7. And there's 14. There's 21. That would be 28. So I reduce it a little bit. It's not highly critical. You're at home here. If you put in a couple of beans too many, there's no big issue. This, by the way, is a Kenya beans. It's Evocation Coffee down in Texas. Kenya, we've been enjoying it quite a bit. I've got this set for fine drip, not espresso, but a fairly fine drip. We'll go ahead and make some noise here. I'm on full boil, so I'll turn that down. We're at 2,850 feet elevation, so our water boils at 209 degrees. And so I'll turn my kettle off. And lot of things at once here. With the classic grinder noise in the background, so we'll get all set up, ready to go. Okay, and goes our paper. I'll take my breath. First thing we do is wet the, well, it's kind of a relief when all that sound goes away. We get this filter good and wet, rinse it out. Amazingly enough that you will see a little color come out of a perfectly clean filter. Come back on here and let that drip down through. Take my coffee. Okay, and it goes. Now, what Casey taught us to do is that he goes and he takes his thumb and he pokes a little crater right in the center of it here. Alright, pokes that down. It's kind of a little target. And we take our, and what we want to do, you see it kind of escaped. My crater was crooked. We basically get the coffee wet. Now, this is the pre-infusion stage. Whoa, I almost forgot the carafe. This is the pre-infusion stage, or some people like to call it, you let the coffee bloom. And it will kind of, at some point when it's ready, when you're ready to do your pour, you'll kind of see it looks kind of semi-solid at the top. You know, and once again there's, yeah, and we'll just leave it there. And for the sake of expediency, now, as you notice, this handle is not hot, which is one of the amazing things. Now, I'll come in here and I'll try to create, I'm still probably started this a little too early. I'm going to try to create a small area right in the center. This is where I'm going to be pouring into. And the goal is to have the coffee exit the bottom at the same rate as you add it to the top. And what develops here is that you continue to pour your water into the central portion, and the coffee forms almost a secondary cone between the paper and the water. And so the water is forcing itself through this cone of coffee that you've created. And mostly I'm watching the top because I don't want to wash it down. I don't want to destroy this little structure that I've got going in the top. So I just keep on adding it to the center. Don't wash down the sides. And I keep checking. I want to check the bottom. I've got a mark. My bottom band is marking my 12 ounces. And I'm almost there. Now I'm at my 12 ounces, and that's when I pull. Now, all of this is waste. It's going to be over-extracted. That's not the part you want. This is the part you want. Just this. The part where you've gotten the perfect extraction. We come in here. And it smells great, doesn't it?
It does.
Nice color. The thing I like about these, using the filters, is you get a very clear cup. Very nice, very nice. Not too dark. It probably could have gone just a little more volume, but that's the way, you know, just like when you make espresso, you always say, well, next time it's going to be a little better, but this is the way it goes. This is dripper coffee, pour over coffee, using the dripper pot, the oneDRIP station, and some fresh coffee beans, and you're really ready to go. Very, very good method. Thank you very much.